Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. There are more of you now than there were. Hi, welcome everyone. I have been gone for a few weeks. I've had pre-recorded videos, that's why there was still stuff on my channel. But today was the last pre-recorded video, so happy Friday the 13th everybody. This is Friday the 13th right now. While I'm filming, this video is going up on Monday. And there may be more videos this week because I want to get this all done in one shot. We're gonna do a run through of my collection because I feel like I have some titles that a lot of people may have never heard of because I'm such an odd collector of movies. I like to collect things that are weird. I'm a connoisseur of weirdness, okay? I am essentially a freak, so even amongst the horror community, I'm the odd man out, and I'm totally fine with that. But I like weird movies, I like bad movies, I like low budget movies, so I do have some stuff here that's a little different. But I'd like to get all this out in 1 week, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do it in a single video, because your girl likes to talk. I was also just going to do one, I forget who it was. If I remember, I will put it right here. I watched your video, literally, you half inspired this. Going through your collection. I'll put it here. And you've done such a good job just pulling up the movies, all nice and sleek, just looking at everyone. But I can't hold a camera steady because I'm disabled, which is a story for another time. But my hands shake constantly. I also can't stand up for an extended period of time, but that's a different thing. So, and also, like I say, your girl likes to talk, so I like to talk about, like, some of these more interesting ones I'd like to talk about, or whatever. Where I got them, how I got them, whatever like that. So it's gonna be more than one video. You're gonna see a couple of these shelves being empty because I'm taking them out shelf by shelf. These shelves, starts there, ends there, and I have 16 shelves full. So it might take a minute, especially since there's some box sets. So that's why I'm just going to stop, and I'm going to start right in on the movies, okay? Okay. So the first thing I have in my collection is one of my favorite things. It's my Masters of Horror box set. I broke the little thing off. I've moved a few times since I've owned this. I've owned this for many, many years. So I broke this little thing off. I still have it. I just haven't glued it back on. I'm not going to open this one up in particular because all the titles are written on the side. So I'll just read them out and tell you which ones I really, really like. Pick Me Up. That is one of my favorites in this season of... Did I call this American Horror Story? This is Masters of Horror. I don't know if I called this American Horror Story. I do love American Horror Story and American Horror Stories. I love bite-sized horror. So actually I feel like American Horror Stories feels like this to me, like an anthology. I don't know. It's so good. I love it. So Masters of Horror Season 1 has Pick Me Up, which might be one of my favorites from this season. I love it. Fairuza Balk's in it. I absolutely adore her so much. She's so pretty. Cigarette Burns with, Norman Reedus, who I know from Blade 2, but y'all know from Walking Dead. I have to admit, Walking Dead lost me at, like, season 5 or 6. I don't remember what last season of Walking Dead was, but Walking Dead did lose me eventually. I used to love it, and then I was like, oh my god, this is getting so stupid. Cigarette Burns, though, is wicked, and I watched something the other day that reminded me of it, and I can't remember. American Horror Stories. The anthology series, the new one. The first 2 episodes were a two-parter, so the third episode reminded me of Cigarette Burns, which was really good. Jennifer is the Dario Argento one, I do believe, and my boyfriend absolutely loves Jennifer. He loves feral women movies for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm kind of a feral woman. I don't know. But he loves that. Homecoming's hilarious. Incident on and Off a Mountain Road is really good. Dreamed in the Witch House is really cool. Chocolate is really cool. Fair-Haired Child fucks me up. That creature in that is just a no from me, man. That thing is scary. Deer Woman is pretty fun. Dance of the Dead has Robert Englund in it, and it's trippy as hell, and I absolutely love it. Imprint is, let's see if I can get this right. Takashi Miike? Is that how you pronounce it? Is it Takashi Miike? I don't know. It's that guy. Okay? It's the Ichi the Killer guy. That's fucked up. It has, his name is like something Drogo. He's in a shit ton, and I absolutely love him, but I can never remember his name. But he's in it. Heiko's Tale is pretty fun. And Sick Girl. Oh. The goddess herself is in that. Oh my god, I love her so much. I think she was in May as well, and I never remembers her name off the top of my head. She's recently in 12-Hour Shift. I love her so much. And I can't remember her name off the top of my head. I suck. Again, I'll put it here if I remember it. But she is a goddess, and I absolutely love her. So that's my Season 1 box set. Of course, I also have Season 2, which has also taken some battle damage. It has some teeth knocked out, which I just broke out another one. Oops. I don't know. I kind of think it adds to it a little bit. But this was dropped during moving. I've moved a few places. But I love this case. It's so cool, and I just think that makes it look a little bit cooler, so whatever. This one I am going to have to take... it's not written on the outside, so I have tiny hands, so I always have issues with this. So, in this one, we have the Washingtonians. I love that one. We have Dream Cruise. I do believe that is Takashi whatever again. The V Word, which is a really cool vampire movie. Sounds like that one's really fucked up, actually. Oh, this is a double disc with Pro-Life, which is one of my favorite. Has Ron Perlman in it, and I am very pro-life, so yeah. And the other side has Pelts, and I do believe that has Meatloaf in it, and has to do with like animal skins and stuff. Oh, this one, Ice Cream. We all scream for ice cream. I was gonna say ice cream for ice cream, but it's we all scream for ice cream. This is very difficult to take things in and out of. Not the most practical of box sets, but probably the coolest one that I have. The Black Cat, which is Edgar Allan Poe. This one's another double-sided one, the Screwfile Solution. I do believe the late Luke Perry might be in that one. No. Or is it someone else from Beverly Hills? I'm not sure. It's been a while since I watched these. I should watch these for the channel and review them one by one. I think I'm going to do that at some point. The other side on this is Family. I do know that one. I do believe it has John Goodman in it, and it is really cool. I like it when John Goodman plays scary. Right to Die is fucked up. I like that one. Valerie on the Stairs, I do believe, is Clive Barker. I'm not sure if he wrote that. And The Damn Thing, which is another one that I actually really, really enjoy. So, yeah. That is Season 2 of American Horror Story. See? American Horror Story. I'll always say that. That's Season 2 of Masters of Horror. I will stop saying that, like, eventually. And like I say, I do need to watch through these again, so maybe I'll do that for the channel. Okay, so that's it for the Masters of Horror. Not American Horror Story, Masters of Horror. So now we're going to go right into my Blu-rays. I don't have a whole lot. I'm sorry, there's a hair from my wig in my eye, and it's bothering the hell out of me. And yes, I do have the same wig in 5 different colors. I am eventually probably going to cut my hair in this style, because I actually really do like it. The bangs on this one needs to be cut. This is a new one. Anyway. I don't have a lot of Blu-rays. I'm slowly upgrading my collection to Blu-ray, very slowly, and most of my Blu-rays right now are coming from Horror Pack, and I actually just subscribed to the DVD one too, which is cool. And it was very surreal last month to see my face on the Horror Pack Facebook page and on their, like, the little thing that they put out. I didn't know that was a thing until, like, my boyfriend was, like, scrolling down through, and he's like, "That's you." I'm like, how did I get there? Anyway, but I'll start with these. These are probably my favorite thing I have right now, and that is my In Search of Darkness Part 1 and In Search of Darkness Part 2. These, I just realized there's a Part 3 coming out, so of course I'm going to be needing that. I'm very excited about this. I haven't got the posters framed yet because they're an odd size poster and I'm trying to find frames for them. But they are going on my wall right across from where I'm sitting to right now. By the way, if I'm a little more echoey now, it's because we're in the middle of redecorating, so there's not a lot on my walls right now. So the sound is a little bit off. So yeah, my In Search of Darknesses. In Search of Darknesses? Sure. Next I have the Texas Chainsaw remake and the prequel. I love these so much. I really do. I thought they were fantastic. I really did. It's some of my favorite remakes and probably my favorite prequel. Probably. I don't know. Another triple feature one is House of Wax, which I think I actually have on DVD as well. If I do, I might as well just get rid of that. I'll know when I get there, and I'll forget. Return to House on Haunted Hill and Ghost Ship. I have Ghost Ship. Funny story, was the first DVD I ever bought out of my own money. I had a job I was still in high school, doing Halloween face paint in a mall that paid $50, and I bought 2 DVDs out of it because DVDs were like a brand new thing. We were just after getting a big clunky DVD player in my household, and I wanted to get my own DVDs, and I bought Ghost Ship and I bought The Forsaken. The Forsaken, I actually still have that copy. The Ghost Ship, I think I got rid of that copy when this arrived. But yeah, most people know these movies. Return to House on Haunted Hill is so bad, but I kind of love it. All of these are kind of like that. I really love these movies. I'll put them on anytime and watch them. They're just fun. Like I say, I'm big into really bad movies. This one is the Hollow Man collection. I'm still not 100% sure if I've watched Hollow Man 2. Who is in that? Nobody really. Christian Slater. Sure. I did enjoy Hollow Man, the first one. I don't remember if I've seen the second one. I think I have. It's not in the coffin, so I probably have. But maybe it should be in the coffin. Maybe it is in the coffin. I don't even know. I have this 2-pack of Hostel Part 1 and Part 2. I enjoy Part 2 more than the original. I don't know why. A lot of people are opposite on that. I don't like the third one. I do have it on DVD. I don't like the third one, but the second one I actually really enjoy. I like the women in it. I like the character, the final girl in it. She's badass, and I kind of love her. Oh, this is an older one. This is When a Stranger Calls. That's the original. I do have the remake as well, which is not that great. And Happy Birthday to Me, which is batshit crazy. And I think I've seen, but I do believe I do have it in the coffin as well to be seen again because it's been many, many, many years. We've been through this, Anatomy 1 and 2. We've watched that for the channel, so you can go back and watch those videos if you like. This is the Thrills and Chills box set that we watched Crawl on. I still haven't seen A Quiet Place. I'm sorry. I will watch it before I watch the second one. I feel like I'm going to like the second one better. I'm not sure. I do like Cillian Murphy. I don't know. Quiet Place just seems a little not in my zone. Like, not to be funny about it, but seems too quiet for me. Like, I like wild movies. And there's every other movie on this is kind of wild, except for like Pet Sematary. It's not as wild, but it's, yeah. Anyway, this is Pet Sematary, Quiet Place, Crawl, and Overlord is what's on this. This is my basic Friday the 13th collection. I think everybody's had this at some point. I don't have the big collection that everybody has because I don't have a lot of money. But I do have this one. And this is the first 8 films. I have the rest of them there too somewhere, I think. This is Ghoulies 1 and Ghoulies 2. It's Ghoulies. It's Ghoulies. This is the Saw movie collection. This has the first 7 on it. I really liked Spiral. I am also one of the rare people that like Jigsaw, so that's a thing. Nightmare on Elm Street collection. This one has... I don't think all of them are on here. Nightmare on Elm Street 2, 3, 4, and 5, and Final Nightmare. Oh, yep, Wes Craven's New Nightmare is on here. And 2 episodes from the TV show. It's the Nightmare collection. Very generic, very basic. I love the Freddy Krueger's generic. This is the box set for the remake of Hills Have Eyes and the sequel to it. I absolutely love this. The second one wasn't as good, but it has some really great one-liners. I'm sorry, the phrase "Shitman the Barbarian" and "There's a hand in the shitter," gold. Absolute gold. Absolutely love it. This is my favorite franchise. If anybody was wondering, I love Scream. This is Scream 1, 2, and 3. I do have Scream 4 here somewhere. Scream 4 is the next one. I cannot wait for Scream 5. I feel like this is going to be like a very long series, and I'm sorry. The Tremors Attack Pack. I have that. Now, last time I was on YouTube, you couldn't upload more than 15-minute videos if you weren't monetized, so I'm not sure if that's still the case. I hope not, because I'd really like to have these like, condensed more. This is Wrong Turn 1 to 5. I love the first one. The second one is fun. Third one is fun. I like all the Wrong Turn movies except for Last Resort, which I think is the only one I don't own. This is 1 through 5. I think Last Resort was 6, and I have the reimagining one just called Wrong Turn. Underworld Collection, which has Underworld, Evolution, Rise of the Lycans. I wasn't a big fan of that one. And Underworld Awakening. I don't think I like that one much either. I did like the second one, though. Oh, and Underworld Blood Wars, which I'm not 100% sure if I've seen. Interesting. The Conjuring. I have The Conjuring there. And The Conjuring 2. I don't have the third one yet. Honestly, I wasn't the biggest fan of the third one. I didn't mind it, but I wasn't the hugest fan. The remake of I Spit on Your Grave and the sequel. I enjoy both of these. I actually enjoyed the third one as well. I really love the remake. It Chapter 2, both of them. I think I got that, yeah. Like, did I have them in order? It Chapter 2. This one still has the Walmart tag on it. Both of them do. I'm always afraid to take those off because I'm always afraid of ripping the covers. With the slip cover things. And the last two from this shelf is Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2. I know I don't want to get into the Victor Salva thing. I bought this before I knew about it, and I don't see the point of getting rid of it now. Okay? Right? He already has my money. I enjoy the movies, sadly. I love the movies to pieces. Third one was kind of a bust. They say the fourth one is going to be coming out, and it's not going to be by Victor Salva, and I'll be able to buy him again, so that's great. And this is the Rob Zombie trilogy, which has House of 1,000 Corpses, Devil's Rejects, and 3 from Hell. I think I actually have DVD copies of some of these, so maybe I should get rid of those. So I can make room for more, because I'm running out of room real quick. Okay, so that's shelf 1, and we're already about 20 minutes into this video. Oh, shit. Okay, so shelf number 2 is cleared out. It was right here. So I'm just going to get right into it. The Child's Play movies, I have the first one. This is the Horror Pack 1 that came with the really cool artwork on the front that I didn't realize was a print that I'm in the process of looking for a frame for. Child's Play 2. And then I move on to Curse of Chucky and Cult of Chucky. Like, my collection is definitely not complete, but I love these movies. These get a lot of hate, but I actually love Curse and Cult, both of them. I don't know if a lot of these would be considered horror by most horror fans, but I have Predator. Ooh, that's hard to look at. Predator 3, 3D, and Predator 2. Those are actually more my boyfriends than me. I'm not the biggest Predator fan. I do like Predator, but but I'm not the huge Predator fan that some people are. I have The Purge, the Superior Purge Anarchy, and the Batshit Purge Election Year. I haven't seen the new one, the Forever Purge, yet, but I feel like I might enjoy that one. We have Annabelle, which I wasn't a huge fan of, and Annabelle Creation, which I was a huge fan of. Okay, I don't have Halloween, the original, on Blu-ray yet, but I do have Halloween 2. 3, which I will defend with my life. I love this movie. And 4. These, I don't know if you consider them horror. I do. Ish. Horror adjacent, maybe. But I do have The Addams Family and Addams Family Values. I love Addams Family Values. It's hilarious. I have this really cool Gremlins that like folds out and is really, really cool and really, really pretty. And this is the artwork on the inside. I just thought that was a really cool case. And I do love me some Gremlins. And of course I have Gremlins too. And these Resident Evils that came in, this one's not even unwrapped yet, they came in horror pack. I haven't sat down and watched these two yet, but I have Resident Evil Degeneration and Vendetta. These are the CG ones, which I've seen bits and pieces of them and are superior, in my opinion, to the live action. Okay, we're now out of the series, so it's getting a little bit more alphabetical now, a little bit more structured. I'm not a big structure person, so it's not going to be completely alphabetical. 47 Meters Down, haven't watched it yet. There was a point in time where I had several versions of this. Abe Lincoln versus the Zombies. I bought this, and then I got it in a horror block. The horror block's not a thing anymore, but I ended up with 2 of these. After Dark, that came in a horror pack recently. I still haven't watched it. And then The Apocalypse was one of my favorite movies of all time. Zombie Christmas Musical, yes please. Army of Darkness. Ashburn Waters, haven't watched this yet. It's in the coffin. This came in a horror pack. This I love. This is fucked up, and I love it. The Ascent, I love it. It came in horror pack. I saw it first on Netflix. It messed me up. I love this movie. I really do. How am I going to do this? If you hear a crash, it's because my tower of Blu-rays fell down. Okay? We have The Autopsy of Jane Doe. This is an amazing movie. It really is. Of course, we have Beetlejuice. Blood Feast. This is the remake with Caroline Williams is in it, which is cool. And Sophie Monk. Yeah, that's the remake. Yeah. Bloodfest. I spoke about this one in a previous video about horror movies set in fun houses or horror attractions. This is awesome. And now I have Cadaver Christmas. This came in my very first horror pack that I ever got for Christmas last year, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I love that kind of movie. And Child of Satan. Child of Satan. This is Eric Roberts at his Eric Robertsest. It's amazing. This is so bad, guys, and I love it so much. Like, I fell asleep watching this and woke up, and I do believe a bunch of angel-y demons, I'm not sure if they're angels or demons, screamed at the Eric Roberts and he blew up. I think that's what happened. I have no idea. Anyway, we're gonna move on to number 4 here. The next shelf, I'm hoping to get all my Blu-rays in this. There's 4 shelves of Blu-rays, so I'm hoping to get all the Blu-rays in this one. Okay, so now my blank space has moved over to here. We're on to the next shelf. This one's still wrapped. This is a recent horror pack edition of Case 39. This is one of my boyfriend's favorite movies. Crazy to Crazy. I haven't watched this one yet. I do believe it's in the coffin. This is a horror pack exclusive one or whatever they do. Haven't watched it yet though. Critters Attack. I like Critters New Binge better, but this was fun. This was a lot of fun. Child's Play remake. Have that. The Collector. I don't have the collection yet, but The Collector, I absolutely love this movie. This movie's wicked. So, The Collector. The movie's very cringy. Deathgasm. Oh, I could talk forever about Deathgasm. This is ridiculous. This is amazing. Oh, I love it so much. This came in a not a horror pack, a horror block. And when I tell you that I literally squeed, like, when I got this, I was jumping up and down because I had seen it and could never find a copy, and this showed up in my horror block one time, and it was so exciting. Like, it was one of the best days ever. The Dead Room. Is this the one we watched recently? Yes, this is the one we watched recently for Forgotten Films, and I really, really loved it. It's like a found footage type situation. Dr. Sleep. I love Dr. Sleep. I really, really do. I think that's a great movie. The Domestics. This was fun. I bought this for like $3-4 at Dollarama, and yeah, I thought this was a lot of fun. It actually came in a horror pack. Now, see, I'm going to start saying horror pack and horror block because I was talking about horror block, which doesn't exist anymore. And now I get horror pack. This actually came in a horror pack, but I actually had bought it too. So I gave it to a friend of mine. So I hope they enjoyed it as much as I do. I thought it was a fun movie. This one is not mine, but it is my boyfriend's, and it's Dracula Untold. It's all right. It's not my thing. Drag Me to Hell, good time. Love this movie, such a good time. I love the goat. The goat's probably my favorite character, even though he's only there for like 5 minutes. The Editor, still haven't watched this, been meaning to. I think I got this in a horror block as well a few years ago. In the Coffin, need to see this, but I have to wait until I draw it. Oops. I love this. This is one of the most ridiculous movies ever, and I absolutely love End of Days. Like, the nostalgia that hits me when I watch this movie, it's great. I love End of Days. Evil Dead remake. Awesome remake. Awesome. I'm hoping they're gonna do sequels or more to it because it's so good. The Exorcist. We all know what The Exorcist is. This one I don't hear talked about much. It's brand new. Came out last year or the year before, but Freaky, where it's like Freaky to Friday the 13th. This is good, okay? Vince Vaughn in this movie is amazing. And she does a real great job too. I forget her name. Catherine Newton. She does a great job. She's a beautiful girl. She does a great job. And she's also from Supernatural. And I really like Supernatural. She plays Cass's daughter in Supernatural. Gwen. Another horror pack that I haven't seen yet. Hansel and Gretel. This is the Asylum Hansel and Gretel. And I think it's really good. I first saw it on Netflix, and then it showed up at my dollar store that I was working at, and I bought it there. I think it's hilarious. Freaking Dee Wallace is in it. That same girl that's in like almost all the Asylum horror movies is in it. I can't remember. I'm assuming it's Stephanie Greco. I'm not sure. But yeah, I like Asylum movies for the most part, so I actually really enjoyed this. Happy Death Day. I don't have Happy Death Day to You yet, but I really enjoyed Happy Death Day. Haunting in Salem. Is this the one with Bill Oberst Jr.? Yes, this is the one with Bill Oberst Jr. in it. This one is actually not that bad. It's very Amityville, I gotta say, but it's not that bad. It's kind of great. And I love Bill Oberst, so. The Host, we watched this one for Forgotten Films, and I was absolutely delighted by it. Didn't realize how funny it was going to be. Oh, that's gonna fall. It Follows. Also bought at Dollarama for $4. Insidious. I only have the first one on Blu-ray. I'm not sure if I have the rest of them. I don't even remember if I liked the rest of them. I like the one in the apartment building. That's part 3. I like that one. I think the second one I thought was a little off. And the third one was Last Key. I think I like that one too. Jennifer's Body gets a lot of shit. I kind of love it. I think it's kind of badass. I kind of love Jennifer's Body. Killer Movie. I bought this at the dollar store. I don't know if this is the copy that I bought or if I've gotten it in like a horror pack or a horror block after. But I actually really enjoy this movie. Kaylee Kuko's in it. If you hear the little squeaky noises, my dog is asleep in the kitchen and he's having a dream. So he's squeaking. It's kind of precious. Yeah, Kaylee Cuoco from Big Bang Theory, or as I know her from 8 Simple Rules for Dating My Teenage Daughter. I loved that show when I was growing up, so yeah. This movie's kind of fun. It really is. I think it's fun. Krampus. It's Krampus. This is obviously the Krampus, the mainstream one. I thought that movie was great. I really did. Last Exorcism Part 2. This came in a horror pack. I don't have Part 1, but I have to get it. I don't even know if I've watched this one. I don't know. I've seen Part 1. Part 1's pretty cool. The Lost. This is a Jack Ketchum one. Jack Ketchum books / movies. Whew, okay. So you need to know like The Girl Next Door. And yeah. It's just it's a lot. And I recently read a book called Off Season by him. It's a lot as well. But this one's not bad. This one's a little weird, but it's not bad. It's not too bad. Lords of Chaos. I bought this one for my boyfriend because he's very much into a lot of metal. He is into a lot of really black metal, like death metal. He's really into screamy stuff. I like it, but if I can't understand the lyrics, then it's no fun for me for music, but he likes this stuff. But I actually enjoyed the movie, and I knew the story of Mayhem beforehand. I think, what's his name? Culkin. Rory Culkin does a great job in this. And I think it's really kind of fun to see how delusional these people can be. Like, I know it's a very sad story. It's obviously a very sad story. It's a true story, for the most part. But it's like, what did he say? It's like, I forget what it says. It's like, there's the truth. There's his side, and then there's the truth, or something. But yeah. And I forget what his name is. It Euronymous? The one that's still alive. Don't come at me, because he's on YouTube. Or is it Varg? Yeah, Euronymous is Rory Culkin. Varg is the the really delusional one, whose name is actually Christian, I believe, in the movie. Orphan. Really good movie. Once you know the twist, it's almost like Sixth Sense type thing. Once you know the twist, it's like, okay. But really good movie with a really good twist. The Poltergeist Diary is a recent horror pack edition that I have yet to watch. Satanic Panic. Though it's just called Panic here, but it's called Satanic Panic in here. I feel like that's a marketing thing because, you know, having the word satanic and stuff, you probably won't get on as much, but this movie has me written all over it. This is me written all over it. I love this movie. Muck. This was bad. There's not a whole lot of movies that I say are bad. The fact that Kane Hodder just pops up in this is fun, but yeah. horror legend Kane Hodder, and Playboy Playmate of the Year 2012, Jacqueline Sweetberg. So yeah, judging by the cover, like, you know what you're getting into. I don't even know what that movie was. I watched it and I still don't know what happened. A Night in the Woods, another horror pack that I have not watched yet. Alright, so we're moving on to the last shelf of Blu-rays. Holy shit. So we're gonna start right off with the remake of Poltergeist. I didn't find this one too bad. It wasn't fantastic, but it wasn't too bad. I have Puppet Master. This is just the first Puppet Master. I do have a box set somewhere with a bunch more of them. This is the only Resident Evil I have on Blu-ray. It's Afterlife, and I'm not even sure if I've seen it. Rise of the Zombies with Danny Trejo. Haven't seen this yet. Can't wait to pick it out of the coffin. A Serbian film. Oh, she edgy. She edgy. There's a funny story behind the Serbian film. Me and my boyfriend met while talking about horror movies, and we kind of had this like little contest of like how to one up each other. It's like, yeah, well, have you seen this? Have you seen this? Like, we were best friends before we got together, and we used to bond over horror movies. And he's like, have you seen Serbian film? I'm like, yeah, I've seen Serbian film. Because of the fact that we bond over Serbian film, as both of us being the most extreme movie at that time that we've had seen between us, he bought this for me for my birthday. So I spent my birthday, the first year we were together, he had work, I didn't. So my birthday, I spent in a devil onesie, eating candy on the couch, watching a Serbian film. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be edgy, I'm not. But I find this film hilarious. Like, I know it's fucked up, I know, but the fact that I know it's not real, and you know there's some scenes in this that you're like, what? What the fuck? I feel like this is more meant to be a satire thing. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not some kind of weird edgelord, like, I cannot watch Salo. I'm not one of those, that's not disturbing, that's funny. Like, no, this is disturbing. This has disturbing implications. But I'm watching it like, that is so ridiculous, that is so stupid, that I just find it absurd. Right? Like, it is that thing of absurdity. Like, I don't like the August Grundagram films. I don't like them. They don't have a serve a purpose to me. There's no production quality. This is actually a decent looking film. And I've seen this multiple times. I have watched Serbian film multiple times. And you cannot tell me that the theme song to a Serbian film doesn't fucking slap. That is some sick ass freaking, I don't even know what, dirty dubstep is the only thing I can think of. Like, that is real strong dubstep, but I don't know. It's Serbian film. A lot of, I hate talking about Serbian film because I don't find it as disturbing as most people, and like I say, it's not an edgelord thing. I can't watch Salo. I hate August Underground. They're like, that kind of stuff I don't watch. I actually am more into watching videos about those movies, so I don't actually have to watch them myself, but I'll watch breakdowns. My favorite is Spooky Rice. I can watch Spooky Rice all day long, just talk about the most fucked up shit. But do I want to watch it? No. But Serbian film to me is just, okay, we're not going to talk about Serbian film no more. Okay, we're just going to move on from Serbian film. This, Shutter Island. Much more palatable. Much more palatable. It's Shutter Island. Haven't seen this yet. Can't wait to draw it out of the coffin. Coffin. Listen to me. The Bayman's coming out. The old coffin. Y'all are not going to know what a fucking thing I just said is. What a Bayman is. Anyway. Spare Parts. Looks great. Can't wait to see it. Horror pack movie. Silent Hill Revelation. Not great. Not the worst I've ever seen. Like, when I say that's not the worst I've ever seen, you haven't seen some of the DVDs I own. Okay? I like bad movies. Scream Test. Can't wait for this one to come out of the casket. Coffin. Is it a casket or a coffin? Is there a difference? Sinister Part 2. This one I like, but the dad in it really bothers me to the point where I sometimes turn it off if I'm not in, like, the best mood or something. If it's on and, like, when that dad comes in, he just gives me so much anxiety and just, it's a lot. I don't like the dad in it. I don't like that kind of character. I know that's the point, but I love this movie for how atrocious it is. Okay, the snowman. Yeah. The guy's name is Harry Hole. I'm not kidding. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be pronounced in a different way because it's not a American movie. It's like Swedish or something. But his name is Harry Hole. And Rebecca Ferguson's in this, and she's really, really fucking pretty. But yeah. This movie is so bad. It is edited atrociously. It makes no sense. But I kind of love it for how bad it is. Spawn. I was a big fan of Spawn in like the 8th grade. I got made fun of because I used to wear a Spawn t-shirt that like glue in the dark. It was sick. I got made fun of a lot in high school. In school anyway. This was like the 8th grade. And I also had these white pants with zippers all over them that reminded me of like Michael Jackson's red jacket, but it was white. And I used to wear that with the Spawn t-shirt. Yeah. High school was rough for me, okay? I was the weird kid. Terrifier. Love Terrifier. Absolutely love Terrifier. Can't wait for Terrifier 2. Steelbook of Texas Chainsaw. I don't have a whole lot of steelbooks. I do believe this and maybe Sucker Punch I have a steelbook. I don't know. Trick. This is a horror pack one. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I think what's his name? Look, Omar Epps. I was gonna call him Mekhi Phifer, but I get those two confused a lot. But Omar Epps is great in this, and it's so sad because I'm older than my boyfriend. So when he sat down to watch that, he's like, "Hey, that's the guy from House." I'm like, "Yep, that's where I know him from." Trick or Treat. Obsessed. Watch it every Halloween and all year round. Turbo Kid. Have yet to watch, but I hear great things, and it is in the casket, the coffin. Unfriended. I'm not the biggest fan. My fiance loves it, but he is obsessed with found footage films. It was great. I think it could have been more. Like, it could have been gorier. A better version of Unfriended is probably Host. Host wasn't that gory, but it was a lot shorter, and it made more sense. It's the one that came out during the pandemic over Zoom call. Unsane, I haven't seen yet. I hear good things, but I have problems with gaslighting movies. They give me anxiety. I haven't seen the new Invisible Man, even though I know it's supposed to be wonderful, all because I have issues with like gaslighty stuff. Like, my anxiety just can't. There was a Hulu Into the Dark episode, the Thanksgiving episode with the girl and her dad. Oh, like, I was on the verge of panic attack. Like, I don't like gaslighty stuff. That is on trauma on my part. That's, yeah. Us, wonderful movie. Absolutely wonderful. Van Helsing is silly and goofy, and I love it. His little sidekick, I love him so much. Werewolf. Haven't watched this yet. This was a horror pack one. It is in the casket, ready to go. And we only have 3 left, people. We only have 3 left. Willy's Wonderland. Yes, Cage. I love batshit Nicolas Cage. The last few Nicolas Cage movies have been absolute gold. I loved Willy's Wonderland. I loved Color Out of Space. I loved Mandy. And now there's one coming out called, oh no, Captive of a Ghostland or something. It has him and Prisoners of Ghostland, maybe. It has Nicolas Cage and Bill Moseley in it, and I am so here for it. It's ridiculous. Z, this was a horror pack movie that fucked me up. Absolutely loved it. And I skipped this one. Also a horror pack movie. Yummy. This was great. I fucking love this. So yeah, that is my Blu-ray collection. I'm gonna do my DVD collection as well. But first I'm gonna edit this one and see what I can do to maybe condense it down, because I have a lot more DVDs than I have Blu-ray. But for now, I believe this is going to be like a 30-minute episode. I'm hoping they let me upload this to YouTube. I'm hoping. I don't know what the rules are. I haven't been on YouTube in so long. I used to have a YouTube channel years ago. But Okay, I'm gonna stop here. Okay, and I don't know if I'm gonna film any of the DVD stuff, so you might get this outfit again, you might not. But I will see you in the next video. Okay.